So you're here celebrating the Second Amendment. The United States has more guns than anywhere in the world. I think over 500 million guns, and also more mass shootings than anywhere in the world. Do you think those things are related?
It's crime related, which is caused a lot by the illegal immigrants and drugs and the cartel coming through here.
But other countries have immigration. Other countries have mental health issues. Other countries have all these different variables. But other countries don't have the incredibly large number of guns.
That's exactly why Japan never invaded our home country.
You see Japan as a threat right now?
No.
You see mass shootings as a problem?
No.
When the Good Liars' Davram Stiefler interviews conservatives in this country,
maybe check into medical background, health background before you sell someone semi-automatic or automatic weapons.
So kind of like a little bit of a due process type situation. If someone shouldn't have a gun, they'd have an opportunity to try and prove they should, and if it's deemed that it's not safe, then they wouldn't get to have one.
I would be okay with something like that, depending on the language.
Do you think people should have due process to be in this country? If guns should have due process to be in the hands of people?
People.
especially on the issue of gun rights and the Second Amendment.
How would you feel if someone tried to take your gun?
They're going to have to take it from my quivering dead hand.
It
I'll
would,
defend that right.
the hand would be quivering. Would you be alive a little bit still, or no?
Well, I might be alive, but I'll be shooting until I do die.
And then it would be.
I'm going to protect myself, and I'm going to protect my rights.
'Cause I think the famous quote is "cold dead hands."
Yeah.
Yeah. You would be quivering a little bit.
Well, yeah, I'd probably be shaking with the bullet holes, and you kind of have that.
It's almost guaranteed you are going to get some wild answers.
What about all the tariffs and everything that caused the economy to plummet that he implemented?
Amen. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, President Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though people's 401ks have just plummeted?
Well, quit investing in foreign products. Invest in the United States.
No, but I'm saying someone who wanted to retire has lost a ton of their money, and they might not feel they can retire anymore. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess they keep working if they invested in the wrong stuff.
Like a 401k?
Yeah, 401k that invested in foreign products.
So just keep working?
Keep working.
I understand that you all do too, and for many, we are at the point of no return. But this man likely voted, okay? He went to the ballot box, voted against his own interests, and could care less, could simply care less, not a sympathetic bone in his body. Because, in my opinion, of the endless brainwashing that he consumes over and over and over again, whether it is on television, on his phone, the friend groups he has. I mean, there is really an entire empire that those who do not fall for this, that we go up against every single day.
But how do you keep 500 million and growing guns always in safe hands, always being treated carefully? Is there at any point at which gun laws need to kind of shift so that there are fewer guns out there?
No, I don't think so. No.
Just no.
Then they would be asked about ICE raids. Here were some of their answers.
I have undocumented roommates living with me, and they're the most special people I've ever had. They're my friends, they're my family. One of them's been with me for over 20 years.
So would you be okay with them being taken away by ICE in the middle of the night?
I'd sponsor them. I would sponsor them.
So
Every one of them.
there are thousands of people being taken away that are just like the people you're describing. Is that a problem for you?
No, because if they found the right people to help them, like I said, I would sponsor the people that live in my house, unquestionably.
But other people don't have that. You see what I mean?
I can't be responsible for the whole world. I can only be responsible for what's in my own domain.
But
I feel sorry for them, but why should the ones that I have suffer because they've been living with me for so long and they have been working to get their legal papers to stay.
But when you're talking about that, it just makes me think of all the other people who've been working, who've been paying taxes, and who are being shipped out separated from their families in the middle of the night.
So far, the only people that have been shipped out are the criminals and so on and so forth. I know there's other people that have been.
Well, in the last couple of days, there's 3 children, like a 2-year-old and I think a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old that are U.S. citizens born on U.S. soil. Does that cause a problem for you?
No.
And lastly, on a conspiracy theory, even Indianapolis Colts Super Bowl winning coach, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, former Pittsburgh Steeler, even Tony Dungy fell for it on Twitter.
See news that children are showing up to school that think they're a dog or a cat?
Yeah, and once in a while you'll see something dressed like a damn cat or a dog, and they're barking. It's like,
Why do you care? Why do you care?
Because you're teaching them stupid. That's why I care. Bring them up right.
But that's just your idea of bringing people up, right? Or do we not live in a free country?
No, I'm doing it according to the Bible, what God told you to bring them up as.
So do you think everyone
Honor
should
their
live
father
according
and
to the
mother,
Bible?
Honor your elders, honor your father and mother. Spare the rod, spoil the kid. I believe in spanking still. Capital punishment. If kids don't get it before they're 3 years old, they're out of control.
You
got
want
a
capital
2-year-old
punishment
smart
for
mouth
kids?
Whack!
I'll tell you what I find so frustrating about this is, first off, these interviews, as we have seen over the years, have been vital in understanding the MAGA mindset on many different societal problems that are predominantly caused by one side of the political aisle and to some degree both. But what I think really gets me is the lack of sympathy. How they want to be outraged at something that does not exist. In Texas, we covered one member of the Texas House of Representatives where he questioned those who put forth a bill banning people, kids, high schools, from cosplaying as dogs and cats. And when they were asked to cite an example, the lawmaker who proposed and wrote this bill couldn't. These are problems that don't exist. And yet, it seems as though the deceit really does have so much power and so many legs with folks like this. I understand the question was posed to him. It doesn't happen. And if it does, it's like 3 out of how many people do we have in this country? 337 million? It's a distraction. It's a way for folks like this to not try and think about real world problem. Let me ask you something. What is more dangerous to a child? Pretending to be a cat and joking about it, which, let me be clear, does not exist, or that child going to school and not knowing if they're coming home because of the amount of guns that are unregulated in this country? It's a fairly obvious answer. Which one is more detrimental to a child? Seeing a drag queen in public or not knowing if they're coming home? Which one is more detrimental? A family being separated when they are naturalized citizens, been here their whole lives? Or is it a trans person competing in middle school lacrosse? Which one? I don't know what it'll take, man. I'm gonna keep trying, but we are losing the plot. Not all of us, some of us. And when we start to refocus, I don't know.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to TYT.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.